midwives!
We're standing here together in Parliament Square with a manifesto asking our UK government to listen to parents and maternity staff, to fund increased maternity staffing, to enable improved maternity care, to reduce the demands on maternity staff, and to act immediately to save maternity services. We're here because we're March with Midwives. March with Midwives! March with Midwives!
My name is Ribeiro-Addy. I'm the Member of Parliament for Streatham, and I'm always really pleased to support March for Midwives. I always like to start by saying every single person here, right across the country, owes their life to a midwife, or someone that they love owes their life to a midwife. And for that reason, we need to stop disrespecting the profession, especially when you make those very, very reasonable demands for better pay and better conditions, because you're not asking for it for your benefit, essentially, because your job's always going to be hard. You're asking for it for the benefit of everybody else. We know what, and you would have heard so many of them today, so many of the really, really damning statistics about how a decline in your profession as midwives is leading to a decline in the care that you're able to deliver to mothers across this country.
When our government doesn't listen,
birth doesn't stop.
When there's no strategy to fix the situation in midwifery,
birth doesn't stop.
When 60% of UK midwives are considering leaving the profession,
birth doesn't stop.
When 57% of midwives want to leave the NHS,
birth doesn't stop.
When we are short of 3,500 midwives,
birth doesn't stop.
When midwife numbers are falling in every region of England,
birth doesn't stop.
When our government doesn't listen,
birth doesn't stop.
When our government doesn't enable us,
birth doesn't stop.
when our government doesn't fund us,
birth doesn't stop.
and when our unions do not act,
birth doesn't stop.
when student midwife bursaries are not enough to live on,
birth doesn't stop.
when black women are 3 times and Asian women 2 times more likely to die in childbirth than their white peers,
birth doesn't stop.
when birth centres are closing their doors,
birth doesn't stop.
I'm saying that you'd think that with the full understanding that you as midwives are responsible for bringing people into this world, into this country, the workforce, if you want to look at them beyond just the fact that they're human beings, you think that they'd respect you more, but they don't. And that's wrong. And we want to continue to send a very, very clear message to those people in government who think that they can continue along this really dangerous trend of putting you under the most awful conditions. When I hear about some of the things that you have to go through, it breaks my heart. And yet, a lot of you are staying in the profession. Why would you? If they had to do, if that was what was required to be a member of Parliament, I promise you, a lot of people would leave the job, regardless of how much they were paid. But in spite of that, in spite of the low pay, in spite of the conditions, you stay. And if nobody else is going to say thank you to you, I do. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for staying even when it's bad. And thank you for standing up for everybody else in your profession. I want to make sure that the message that is sent to my colleagues in Parliament is loud and clear, that midwives will not be treated like this anymore.
Yeah.
Midwives... If you have to strike to do it, I'll come and stand on your picket lines. If you have to send lots of emails, I'll reply to them. And you know, if you keep coming out here repeatedly again and again, I'll always be here to stand right by you, because I understand that I owe my life and everybody else owes their life to a midwife. And I want people to understand that, hold that in their hearts, and realise that ultimately, when it comes down to it, if we don't have you, if we don't respect you, there will be no more of us. Thank you very much.